What's kind of the focus for you this off season coming into year three?
Continue improving, man. Like, I've been living by, Rome wasn't built overnight. So, each year the goal is to continue to keep improving. And, you go back and watch everything you did last year. You did some good things, did some bad things, but the whole goal is to, keep eliminating the bad things and continue to keep getting better.
And for you, it's been a lot of change. Your first 3 years in the league, 3 different regimes, offensive coordinators. What's it been like, kind of trying to navigate that as a young coach?
When people ask me what the NFL is like, that's what I say. You get used to it, but hopefully the guys here, they'll be here for a long time. And, I love everybody this year. It's great for us, but for me, it's just that's what it's like to become a pro. Be able to adapt and change and stuff like that. So you learn things. Different offenses. This is a different offense than the previous one. The guy was different than the previous one. So you learn things along the way, and then just continue to go out there and execute.
Your room is really young now. You're like the old guy.
Man, it's crazy. It's funny because some of those guys are actually the same age as me. So it's like, man. But yeah, I'm kind of like a vet now. So my goal is to help those guys progress, and I'm not too far off from them. So like I was just a rookie literally 2 years ago. So help them in any ways. The things that I struggled with my rookie year. So that hopefully they can avoid them and play well the whole year and build on that.
What are some of those lessons maybe that you picked up that you feel they were particularly helpful for them?
Just not letting the moment get too big for you. You know what I mean? Like you're a rookie, everything's new. Your first training camp practice, that's new. Your first Monday night game, that's new. So everything's new, but like that's like someone giving you the answers to the test. They tell you that the answer is B before you know it's B. So I just kind of help them with those type of things, and just make sure that the moment doesn't get too big for them. But at the end of the day, it's football. It's a 100-yard field. Whether you guys are out there, fans are out there or not, like it's still a brown football. It's still 100 yards. So.
I'm sure you've followed him or watched Gino's career from afar, but now that he's here and you're working with him, what surprised you about him as a quarterback?
He's a dog. He's just, his leadership is like, one of the first few days I met him, we really got real connected. We were throwing and stuff, but we got to go on a couple car rides together and we just talk, man. Like just hearing his story and what he's had to go through, that just makes him him. So, like I said, leadership, out the roof. I love guys like that. Me myself, I'm like a leader in the receiving ones, but to have a guy like that to command the whole offense, it's a blessing, and it's going to pay real big dividends for us this year.
On the back end of that, Jeremy was just saying that there's times where you can play good defense and he's just going to put the ball right there on spot and there's nothing really they can do. What is it like having a quarterback like that, and how has it been like adjusting to kind of like how Gino throws and running your routes to kind of compliment him?
It's been amazing. You guys during OTAs, he threw some balls. I'm like, wow. I'm wild myself, But that's why he's elite, and that's why he went and got him. So, yeah, like I said, he's elite, and he at the end of the day, a defense can be right, but he'll still make them wrong. That's why he's unique, and that's why he's one of the top quarterbacks in this league. He will be, and I think we're going to have a very, very big year.
You feel lighter wearing number 1?
100%. You drop one, you definitely feel a little lighter. But I've always worn that number. Little league, middle school, high school, college. So when I ended up, I was like, I feel like it's right.
Trey, where's your overall impression of Chip Kelly's offense so far? How you think it'll help it fits your skill set?
Oh my gosh, I love Chip Kelly's offense. Just the guys he's been able to coach in the past year, you can just see it. And like where I fit in that offense, I think it's going to be very beneficial to me. But not just me, the whole team. And he's very good at putting guys in the right spot to succeed. I feel like sometimes people can just put people places and just expect you to learn a certain thing, but he's more of a players, not plays guy. So the players, we make the plays, but he puts us in a position to make them, and it's just an explosive offense. This is day one, so we're just breaking it in, but you guys will see over camp, it's going to pick up, and it's very explosive.
Is it making too much of it? You said making sure, remember, it's just football. It's still football. You're going back to number 1, which you've worn your whole life. Like, is that related, or is that making too much of it? Like, hey, a reminder that like this is where I started.
Yeah, for me, it's. I think kind of to me, it's always been special. Just because, like I said, I remember when I was a Pee-wee and I was wearing number 1, and at that time I was like, oh, it's like number 1, so whatever. But it just carried over. It really means a lot to me, and sometimes I remember, how people say you look good, you feel good, you play good. Number 1 always been my number. So we'll feel good to play good.
Tre, Pete Tux was asked a lot about expectations yesterday as a team, and I know it's day one of training camp, a lot of blocks to build. But when you hear him saying we're going for it, we're going to win a lot of games,